So hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how to load a study area boundary and visualize it using ArcPython spatial analysis for our revertibility estimation. So I'm going to show you how to load the study area. So to load our study area boundary polygon, what we're going to do is here I'm going to specify width. So width I'm going to mention ArcPython. So ArcPython dot and here we're gonna specify search cursor. So I'm gonna mention a search cursor function, and in that we're gonna specify the first argument, that is the path to the shapefile. So we're gonna specify this variable called study area shapefile. So I'm gonna specify this particular variable. So I'm gonna mention a study area shapefile. So here basically this arcpython.search cursor is a cursor that allows you to read a row from a feature class or a shapefile. And the first argument here, that is study area shapefile, which is the first argument is the path to the shapefile. And followed by here, we're going to specify this particular one. First, we're going to use a square bracket for it. And in that, I'm going to specify as the shape here, shape at the rate. And I'm going to use my close bracket, square bracket. And make sure that you specify the double quotes here. So I'm going to specify the double quotes. And followed by here, I'm going to specify as a cursor. So I'm going to mention as cursor. So in the second argument, there is a shape at the rate. So is a list of field to retrieve. So the spatial at the rate is a special token that returns a geometry object of each feature. And we have specified the with statement. So with statement creates a context manager. It automatically closes the cursor when the intended block finishes, even if error occurs. So this prevents locks on the file. And last, we have specified as a cursor, which gives a name to the cursor object. And the next step is we're going to create a loop here. So we're going to mention as for, and I'm going to specify row in cursor. So this particular line of code loops through each row in the shapefile, or it loops through each feature in the shapefile. And here each row in the tuple, each row is a tuple containing the value of requested fields. Since we asked for only one field, so each row has one element, the geometry. So for example, here I'm going to navigate to the map section here, and in that I'm going to select, this is our study area boundary. So I'm going to right click and click this option called attribute table. So in the attribute table, we have only one feature as well as one row. So to select this particular feature, so we're going to specify as a row as 0 to select this first feature. So let me show you that. Going to close this. I'm going to zoom this. So in case if your shapefile containing a lot of different features, to select that particular feature of your choice, for that we're going to specify this particular one here. So again, I'm going to specify a variable called AOI, and followed by AOI geometry. So short, I'm going to mention is GOM. I'm going to mention which is equals to, I'm going to specify the row ID here. So for that, I'm going to use a square bracket here. So square bracket to select the first feature. So I'm going to mention the row ID of 1, that is 0. So which basically represents this particular one. So this particular one here. So in case if your shapefile has a lot of different features here, you can to select that particular feature for your analysis. So you can mention the row ID as 0 here to select this first feature. In case if you need to select the second feature, in that case you have to mention the row ID of 1. So you're going to close this. So basically the row 0, which acts as the first element of the tuple, the geometry object. So this geometry is assigned to a variable AOI geometry, the area of interest or our study area. So then now this AOI geometry now holds the actual shape of the study area. And followed by the next step is we're gonna mention is the break here. So we're gonna mention is break here. So it is basically to take the first feature. So it breaks immediately. Break immediately exceeds the for loop. So hence we only want the first polygon. So we don't need to loop through any other rows. So for that we are mentioning break to save time and avoid accidentally using the second polygon if the file has multiple features. And last, we're going to specify the print statement here. So we're going to mention print and followed by the name of the shapefile. It's going to be we're going to output it as a study area, geometry, loaded. I'm going to mention study area, geometry, loaded. Make sure that you specify the double quote, and I'm going to close this. And let us run this to visualize it. So now it has loaded here. So to visualize the result here, I'm going to navigate to the map section, and I'm going to click this and I'm going to remove this. And to visualize the polygon here, and I'm going to specify another line of code here. So to visualize to add the study area shapefile in the map section here. So here we're going to specify as a map object. So we're going to mention as map object. And followed by I'm going to mention is add data from path here. So I'm going to mention is add data from path. So make sure that I'm going to specify as a capital F, and followed by I'm going to specify the variable name which holds the study area boundary. So the variable name it's going to be the study area shapefile shp. And I'm going to close this. And now let us run this and visualize the result. So right now here you can able to see it has added a shapefile here. So let me show you once more time. I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to run this code again. Now here in the content section, you're going to visualize the shapefile is going to be added. You're going to run this. So right now you can able to see the shapefile has been added, study area boundary. Going to navigate to the map section. So this is our study area boundary polygon. So we can able to see that. So this is our region of our interest here, the Yamuna River. So you can able to see where we're going to perform the river turbidity estimation. So let me get back to notebook here. So in this video I have shown you how to load study area boundary and visualize it in ArcGIS Pro for ArcPython spatial analysis for the river turbidity estimation. So thanks for watching, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel and give us a like.